Trucking companies going out of business. Today we're going to talk about trucking companies going out of business. This one of them fields, trucking, is one of them fields I thought was safe from going out of business or having any trouble hiring people or keeping workers. I thought they would be safe. But the other day I watched it's a YouTube channel, Mother Truckers. Go support this guy. You know, he give you the most information on trucking I ever seen. You know, the good, the bad. This guy covered it all. But there was a guy on Mother Truckers the other day that said, you know, there's less loads to be hauled, but there's a lot of trucking companies. So less loads to be hauled, but a lot of trucking companies. You know, so therefore all these trucking companies fight for these loads. And then the second thing he said was people are taking these loads that pay little money. You know, usually people would stick together companies and they wouldn't take these low paying loads, but people are actually taking these low paying loads. So therefore, ain't gonna be too much money in it if you let them reset the market, and instead of paying 10,000 for the load, they can pay 5,000 for it. Ain't gonna be too much money in it. So the companies have to stick together on that point. You know, to get these loads back up to a decent price, so these trucking companies can make money. So that's another reason why these companies are going out of business. They fighting over a small amount of loads, and then these loads are paying low wages. For the yellow trucking company that went out of business, they had just received 700 million from the government, or some type of grant or something like that. And so it's a surprise they went out of billion. They went out of business on 1.5 million, I believe, to the government. So that one is a surprise. But number one, the expenses are rising for truckers. You know, like the gas and with all this inflation stuff, I can just imagine what they paying. And then they got to turn around and pay their drivers and pay health insurance and get the truck fixed and insurance on the trucks. I can just imagine their fees are just crazy. Number two, most big trucking companies are fine. Small truck companies are suffering. Some say this is true. Most big trucking companies are fine, and most small truck companies are suffering. But some say the small trucking companies are the one taking these small loads. You know what I mean by that? Small loads, I meant to say these low bidding loads. And so it's kind of messing up the game if they taking low balling loads. You know, loads that used to pay 10,000, they taking it and doing it for 5,000. So it's kind of messing up the game. Number three, small trucking companies mainly operate on demand loads. Rates on the spot market was breaking record. Uh, Small trucking company mainly operate on demand. Spot market breaking record. I don't know what I was trying to write there. But yeah, once again, I know there's guys out here with their own trucks that just go pick up Amazon stuff from the Amazon and just deliver it. And they got their own box trucks. So I know, and I think a couple of these guys said they was going to a website where it'll be loads on there and then they'll bid for the load or something like that. So small trucking companies got their way of making their money. Like I said, I spoke on it before, but I don't know how much small truck companies affect the big ones. But like I said before, if they take in the low balling loads, that's gonna mess up the game. That's gonna change the price of the loads. You ain't gonna be able to get those high paying loads no more. And truckers, if you're doing that, you gotta think about your gas and you gotta think about how much you're making for your time and your travel and stuff like that. So you may want to stick together with the other truckers and make sure these loads are paying what they're supposed to be paying. So if they come in low, Don't nobody take it. Make them pay higher. Number four, some believe fuel has to come down $3 to survive. That could be true. I don't know what the trucking paying for fuel for diesel, but if they saying it has to come down $3 to survive, that's saying a lot. They might gas price might be ugly. What used to be $300 a trip might be $600-700 a trip. That's cutting into profit. So number five, owner operators don't like to haul cheap freight. That makes sense because if I go somewhere and the gas costs me $600-700, but the load only paying $2,000, $600-700 gone in that and gas. And so now I'm only making $1,300 just to do that load. Where before you might make $4,000 and come home with $3,300 for that load. So hopefully these truckers will stick together. Won't be taking this low ball and stuff. Won't be messing up the game. But I did see that there's so many 50,000, 100,000 maybe trucking companies, and then compared to a shipping company, it's only 3 or 4 or 5 shipping companies. So you never see shipping companies, the ones with the containers on the ocean. You never see those companies have the same problem because there's only 3 to 5 shipping companies, And plus, it don't cost a lot to open a shipping company. I mean, it don't cost a lot to open a trucking company, but it costs millions to open a shipping company. So shipping companies ain't fighting for loads or jobs or having shortages. They right on point as usual. But these trucking companies, because there's so many, stuff like this is gonna happen. Some companies gonna close and they ain't gonna be able to make it. They probably came in the game expecting to make high marks, and now it's not that many loads going out, and everybody fighting for the loads that are going out. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I can see more companies closing. Hopefully not. People gotta eat, but if they do close, there's so many trucking companies out here. Guys should be able to just go to another company and find a job. Especially going to UPS right now, $49 an hour and $100,000 a year. Their union just won a contract, getting them higher pay and air conditioning on their trucks. So, but there's plenty of trucking jobs. So, one closed, just go to another one. I've been seeing people do that anyways. So trucking company closing, it won't be too bad. You got CDLs, you can go anywhere. School bus, city bus. It's a job for you anywhere. But inflation, all the above probably got something to do with this. That's my little 2 cents on it. I'm out.